Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Richard. I'm a part-time reseller on eBay where I source for items to sell on eBay for a profit. In today's video, I'm going to go over the weekend sales, letting you know where I sourced the item from, what I paid for the item, and what the item sold for. So let's jump in and take a look. Today is Wednesday, February 1st, and we have 3 orders going out today. First order going out, you've seen me sell these before. These are the last 2 that I have. These are the Sylvania Super Saver light bulbs. Buyer came in and bought my last 2. These sold for $22.16, and they are going free shipping. Next order going out, it's a thrift store item. It happens to be this Pampered Chef. It is a cake pan. Did pay up. I paid $5 for this. This sold for $21.32, and the buyer is paying $9.40 in shipping. Last item going out, it's a garage sale item. I picked this up this last summer, went garage sailing.
Oh, you put me stuff on. I can't help myself.
I ain't got no self-control.
That's right.
There's $1 so far. Let me just go and just pile it right here.
Go ahead.
It's this Coca-Cola vintage die-cast. It is a truck. Up in the title, I put vintage 1988 Coca-Cola Coke hard toy box truck red die-cast with card. So this is all complete. Into this for just 25 cents. This sold for $10.70, and the buyer is paying $5.75 in shipping. Today is Thursday, February 2nd, and we have 3 orders going out today. The thing about these 3 orders is they're all from my local thrift store. First item going out happens to be this Spawn DVD. Picked this up at my local thrift store for 50 cents. It is sealed. This sold for $11.27, and the buyer is paying $3.65 in shipping. Next item going out is a 3-pack of these Sony MC60 CDs. Minted this for 50 cents. This sold for $9.53, and the buyer is paying $14 in shipping. $14 in shipping, this is definitely going international. Next item going out is this Wide Shot Wagner Lock and Go. It's just the cartridge. It is brand new in the box. So I put new open box up into the title. I only paid $1 for this. This sold for $20.84, and the buyer is paying $7.95 in shipping. Now with all 3 orders, I'm only into cost of goods of $2, and not counting shipping, we made about $40 today, minus eBay fees. Today is Monday, February 6th, and we have 18 orders going out today. Now these orders are a mix between retail arbitrage and my local thrift stores. So let's jump in and see what's sold. One thing I wanted to say, got this package in the mail today. Covered up. This is from Kevin, Commonwealth Picker. So let's go and open it up. And see? Let's open this up. Okay, one thing is I didn't get a chance to order one of his Ultima Inaman stickers, so I've got that. $250 bubble bucks. Thanks, Kevin, but I can't use that. And some of his stickers and a side card from Kevin. Also, on this was bought this on eBay. And here's a sticker, my reseller genie. All the proceeds that I paid for this, Kevin's actually sending to the Ronald McDonald House. So Kevin, thank you very much. It's a very worthwhile organization. And the other thing is I got one of his bags. And you can see it is an IKEA bag. First item going out, thrift store item. I'm into this for $1. It's this bottle of Epsom It Muscle Recovery Lotion. This sold for $24.32, and the buyer is paying $6.35 in shipping. So next item going out, retail arbitrage. It's this Barbie Hello Kitty. You can see I'm into it for $1.50. Picked up a bunch of these at the time. This sold for $17.36, and it is going free shipping. This is light enough, probably go out at an 8-ounce rate. Next item going out, thrift store item. It's these Cape Robin Remember Your Comfort shoes. I'm into these for $2. As you can see, they have very bright colors on them. So I put women's Cape Robin shoes, size 10. Put wedgie neon, multicolored, new in the box. So these are new in the box. These sold for $25.46, and the buyer is paying $8.22 in shipping. Now this next item, I can't remember if I got this off of a high bid haul or if I got this at a thrift store. I'm leaning towards thrift store. Picked up 4 of these Air Copel. Something title, Air Copel France Florentine. They are 9-inch bowls. I allotted all 4 of these together. So not quite sure on cost of goods, but if I ended up buying these at my local thrift store, probably into them for maybe $3 to $4. These sold for $31.41, and the buyer is paying $12.46 in shipping. Now with this buyer, they actually came in and were interested in some other plates, and they asked me because on the listing I had a mistake where I used the previous photos, sold all those off, or I allotted 4 of them together. And then I had the last ones. I changed the title and put lot of 3. But in the main photo, it still had 4. So the buyer was confused. I explained to her what had happened. And so I immediately corrected that listing. But then she came in and decided to go ahead and buy these. Next item, thrift store item. It's this Dirt Devil model 192 attachment kit. It is for the smaller handheld Dirt Devil. Paid $2 at my local thrift store. This sold for $18.66, and the buyer is paying $8.22 in shipping. Another thrift store item. This item's probably been sitting in my store for probably about a year. It's this Texas Longhorn hoodie. So in the title, I put Texas Longhorn hoodie, men's size medium, orange pullover, hooded sweatshirt football. Now I have sold a lot of the Texas Longhorn stuff off, and it does sell pretty well. Picked this up for $1 at my local thrift store. This sold for $23.76, and the buyer is paying $7.95 in shipping. Next item, I believe I sold one of these earlier this week, and I had a total of 4, so this is the second one, and I have 2 left. It's this body glove Motorola Razor. As you can see, cost of goods, I bought this on Walmart clearance for $1. This sold for $21.21, and the buyer is paying $21.70 in shipping. So this definitely tells me it's going overseas. This next item I actually picked up at my local thrift store. I picked up an entire set of these, which I believe was an 8-place setting. So I split them all up, wad them up into 4s. These happen to be the dinner plates. These are Snowman Serenade 2. Just these 4 plates sold for $21.16, and the buyer is paying $8.49 in shipping. This next item, thrift store item, it's this Pampered Chef. And up in the description, I put Pampered Chef Stoneware Bar Pan 9.5 by 7-inch by 1-inch. And it is off the classic collection. Into this for $2 at my local thrift store. just listed this last week and it sold over the weekend. This sold for $20.83 and the buyer is paying $8.80 in shipping. So next item I picked up at my local thrift store for $2 for both of these. Set one of them down. And as you can see in the title, I put vintage set lot of 2 glass perfume bottles, large Telflora heart, 18% crystal. Now how did I know it was 18% crystal? I did look up other comps on these and they didn't indicate it as 18% crystal. They just said crystal. But one of them still had the tag on it. And as you can see right there. So I went and included that in my listing as well. So the pair of these sold for $22.91 and the buyer is paying $8.80 in shipping. Now this next item, again, I can't remember. I've had this for a while and I just recently got it listed. It's these dominoes by Cardinal. So not sure if I got this on a high bid lot with some games or if I got this in the thrift store and it's just been sitting in my death pile. Now I did go through and count these and there was 91 domino pieces, double, 12 in the case. So I'm not a big dominoes person, but I guess the doubling ones are important for playing dominoes. Do you play dominoes? Let me know. Leave me a comment down below. I wouldn't imagine if I got this at my thrift store, I wouldn't have paid more than $2 for it. So we'll just say cost of goods is $2. This sold for $36.51 and the buyer is paying $8.91 in shipping. Now when I did list this, I don't know if you can see here, there is some damage to the case. So I did do close-up photos on it so that they can actually see. And here as well. Now you've seen me sell some of this stuff off before. Got a box from my local thrift store. The box I was only into for $2. Had a bunch of Hot Wheel tracks and things in it. So I decided to go ahead and piece it apart. Like Kevin always says, when in doubt, part it out. So that's what I did. Sold 4 of these from 2016 crisscross crash replacement ramps. They are B. And the way I was able to determine these, I actually used Google Lens. And it actually pointed me out to exactly what these pieces were. And so I was able to look up other comps. And so that's what I did. These sold for $15.26. And the buyer is paying $5.70 in shipping. Something different, another RA item. It's these Rope Away. Picked these up on RA. As you can still, I see have the clearance stickers on here. I paid $5 each for these. So cost of goods in pairing these up is $10. These sold for $32.26 and they are going free shipping. These are light enough, will go out under an 8-ounce rate. This next item is probably something now I would probably leave behind. Happens to be this Funko Pop. It is Mad Men number 909. It's Peggy Olson. Again, Walmart clearance, RA item. Paid $4 for this. This sold for $11.86 and the buyer is paying $5.70 in shipping. This next item going out, it's probably been in my store well over 2 years. I had bought a set of Minka, if I pronounce that correctly, China. Picked up the entire set, decided to go ahead and split that apart as well into separate lots. Have sold some of it off, so we are in the profit on this, but it's something I've been sitting on for a while. Now when I listed these, I actually listed them as an individual plate. I've since changed the way I do things. I now list them if I have them into sets of 4 to make things move out quickly. But this buyer came in and bought 4 of them. Buyer paid $23.80 and they are paying $8.80 in shipping. Coming down to the last 3 items, sold this Vivid Collections Hummingbird Garden. It is a Buffalo 1,000 piece puzzle. Now I did put used on this because it was used, it was open. But what I did with this one is I actually put the puzzle together, and you can see here, and then showed a picture of that. Probably won't do this anymore. It has been in my store for a while. Picked this up back when there was a big puzzle craze and puzzles were selling fairly quickly. Into this for $1. This sold for $11.86 and the buyer is paying $8.22 in shipping. Now this next item is a thrift store item, and this is a big bolo item. Picked this up just this last Saturday. Got them listed yesterday, which was Sunday, and they sold that night. So they didn't even get caught up into a sale. It's a pair of these Dansko, if I pronounce them correctly. So in the title, I put Dansko XP 2.0 women's clog shoes. And I noticed I did not change this. So this might come and bite me because they are 39s, not 38s. But I did update the US size, which is 8.5 to 9. They are black, floral, tooled leather. Paid $7 for these. These sold full price at $79.95, and the buyer is paying $8.14 in shipping. Now, one thing I wanted to point out, even though the title, I didn't change this, but down in here, I did put 39 in the actual size itself. So we'll have to see if this comes back as a return or not. But I did list these as brand new. They were brand new, never used. Last item is a thrift store item. I'm into this for $1. It's this vintage retired Vera Bradley. Up in the title, I did put petal pink, a small purse, floral green, excellent condition. This sold for $18.66, and the buyer is paying $5.70 in shipping. Also, too, if you're a reseller and looking for bubble wrap, I'll throw a link to American Bubble Boy right up here. Also, too, as a YouTuber, I'm not monetized, so I don't get paid by YouTube. But if you want to help out the channel, subscribing, and give me a thumbs up, leaving a comment, that also helps. Also, too, I'll throw a link right up here. So those are the items we have going out this week to go ahead and close out the weekend sales. I hope you found some benefit out of the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Really helps the channel. Also, too, if you're not currently subscribed, consider subscribing down below and hitting the bell notification. You'll be notified the next time I do a video. Until next time, keep picking.